Good day, everyone. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm your content creator, Hasuke. When people shake hands, they don't just shake hands, they convey attitude and intentions as well. In this video, we explore the psychology behind the different types of handshakes. Palm position. The direction in which your palm faces while you're shaking hands tells a lot about your attitude. If your palms are facing downwards, it means you desire dominance over the person you are shaking your hands with. If your palms face upward towards the sky, it means you have a submissive attitude towards the other person. Now you understand where the expression gaining the upper hand comes from. A neutral handshake in which both hands are vertical and do not tilt sideways to any degree signals that both people involved desire neither dominance nor submission. The power has been divided equally. When couples work hand in hand, the dominant partner, usually the man, walks slightly in front with his hands in the upper or frontal position, while the woman has her palm facing upward. When political leaders shake hands, the game of dominance becomes very suspicious. The leader who wants to be seen as more dominant will try to appear on the left side of the photograph because this position allows him to shake hands in the dominant position. Palm displays. Note that while issuing other commands or strong statements, you shouldn't display your palms facing upward because though it signals honesty, it also signals submissiveness. People are less likely to take your commands seriously if you accompany them with this gesture. Conversely, statements made with palm facing down are viewed as more serious and forces people to perceive you as a person of authority and power. Pressure. A dominant person will exert more pressure, so his handshaking will be firmer. Since men compete with other men for dominance, when they receive a firm handshake, they increase their pressure to bring themselves on an equal footing or even exceed the pressure over their competitor. On the contrary, since women usually do not compete with men for dominance, they receive the firm handshake from men without any countermeasure. A soft handshake is essentially a feminine characteristic, and when a woman at an important business position shakes hands softly, she is not taken seriously by others. Dead fish handshake. When someone gives you a dead fish handshake, you are less likely to trust that person, and you might feel that the person is not interested in you or isn't happy to meet you. However, you should remember that some artists, musicians, surgeons, or those whose work involve the delicate use of hands are often reluctant to shake hands. When you are forced into it, they might give you a dead fish handshake to protect their hands and not because they aren't happy to meet you. The double hander. It's the handshake with two hands. It is initiated by a person who wants to give the impression that he is trustworthy. Wants to give the impression, I said. So it doesn't necessarily mean he is trustworthy. It's a favorite of politicians because they are desperate to appear trustworthy for obvious reasons. Businessmen and friends also shake sometimes with this double hander. When the double hander is given to you by someone who is close to you, you feel good and might even return it by placing your hand over their hand. But when someone who just met you or barely knows you gives you the double hander, you should ask yourself, why does he want to appear trustworthy? What's in it for him? Does he want votes? Is he desperate for the business deal? Asking yourself these questions can be very helpful in avoiding decisions that you might regret later. Just like handwriting, how a person shakes hands is also a clue to their inner nature. Nowhere will you find a larger variety in handshakes than at your workplace. So if you know what each handshake says about the person you are interacting with at workplace, you can put that knowledge to good use. Here are the 10 types of handshakes you should know about. 1. Sweaty palms. This is usually the sign of a nervous person. When a person is nervous, their sympathetic nervous system often becomes overreactive, sometimes resulting in sweaty palms. 2. Dead fish. Of all the types of handshakes, the dead fish is the most infamous one. The hand has no energy, there is no shake, no squeeze, not even a pinch, and it gives the feeling you are holding a dead fish instead of a hand. This handshake is a synonym to low self esteem. 3. Brush off. This handshake type is a quick grasp and then a release that feels like your hand being shoved aside. This handshake is a statement of it's my turf and agenda that matters, yours doesn't. Number four, the two-handed handshake. Usually seen among politicians, this type of handshake is said to convey the meaning of warmness, friendly, honesty, and trustworthy. But there's a catch here. If his or her left hand is staying on your hand, it's a sincere handshake. However, if the hand goes up your wrist, your arms, or your elbow, it's trying to get something from you. Number five, controller. You feel your hand being pulled towards the person or strongly guided in a different direction, perhaps towards a chair. People who do this are controllers. This means they want to dominate any inanimate or animate object in the room, and that will include you. Number six, finger vice. When someone grabs your fingers and not your entire hand, it means they want to keep you at a distance. These people are often insecure. If they also crush your fingers, they are adding a show of personal power, which is also designed to keep you at a distance. Number seven, bone crusher. This form of squeezing your hand until you cringe is nearly designed to intimidate you. You won't have to pretend to be a wimp with them. In fact, they may respond positively to you if you present yourself with strength. Number eight, lobster claw. Like the claw of lobster, the other person's thumb and fingers touch the palm of your hand. The person doing this fears connecting at a deep level and may have challenges building relationships. Take your time, allow them to open up at their own pace. Number nine, the top-handed shake. Instead of holding his hand in a vertical position, this handshaker holds it horizontally, so his hand is on top of yours. This means he feels superior to you. Number 10, the pusher. While this person shakes your hands, she extends her arm so that you can't get close to her. She needs space and is not letting you in. You must give her the physical and emotional space she's asking for if you want to be her friend. Thank you for watching my video. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Stay home, stay safe. Let's fight this pandemic together. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and you can follow me on IG, on Instagram at Hasuke. Thank you.